If you're ever asked to ship a large amount of money to someone you don't know across the country, take a deep breath and ask yourself if it's a scam. In most cases, we can tell you that things like these are most likely to be fraudulent traps. Over the years, we've seen a lot of sad frauds on online websites. Today, we'll look into several blatant PayPal frauds that you shouldn't fall for. Starting at number 8, we've got the accidental overpayment scam. The accidental overpayment scam, a form of fraud the FTC's been alerting Americans about since at least 2004, is one of the most prevalent scams of the 2020s. It's one that people most often complain about. Basically, the con artists puts money into your account under the guise of working for a significant financial organization like PayPal. Sometimes the money deposited is really a refund for a charge that was only shown on a bogus email invoice. The con artist claims that his deposit was made in error and requests that you return the funds in a different manner. Most of the time, the con artist demands payment in the form of Target, Walmart, or Apple gift cards. But the most audacious scammers may even demand that money be mailed. Believe it or not, this has happened to people before, and unfortunately, the target of the scam actually sent the cash. The victim stated in papers acquired by Gizmodo that his wife persisted that it was a scam, but he honestly felt he'd messed up the deposit amount. Unfortunately for individuals who were scammed, even though the large deposit was shown as pending in their online banking apps, it was never actually there. The transaction was presumably made using a stolen credit card, and by the time the victim returned the funds as a refund, the victim's own bank had already canceled the deposit. Next at number 7, we've got a scam done through phony invoices and charges. Another way people often get scammed is by calling a phone number that was included with the phony invoices and charges they may have received. These numbers are used by scammers, and even if an email appears to be legitimate, you should always go to the official PayPal website to obtain contact details. If an email address doesn't end in @paypal.com, you should take further precautions to verify that the communication is indeed coming from the business. A PayPal representative stated that phishing attempts are frequent and come in many different shapes and sizes. Plus, PayPal has released a list of typical frauds to be on the lookout for. The company stated that they'll continue to take all required precautions to safeguard their clients, but they constantly advise consumers to exercise caution while being solicited to take part in a transaction. To be completely safe when exchanging information, accessing links, and opening attachments, they advise clients to be wary of who's sending them communications. This is fairly decent advice, but most people tend to forget it in the heat of the moment. PayPal customers should be on the lookout for such activity whenever they're carrying out their transactions. Despite the fact that many scams are blatantly clear, in retrospect, we believe it's important to let people know that they do exist. At number 6, this scam asks you to mail huge amounts of money overnight. A user said that he phoned the number in an email that pretended to be from PayPal about an iPhone that had been bought using a PayPal account that he was unaware of, though the person assumed he may have used it in the past. He was informed that he qualified for a refund and the money was transferred to his account, but $50,000 rather than $500 had been placed. He was then told to send the excess money back in. He believed that he'd entered the amount incorrectly and that he urgently needed to return the excess. The user was asked to pay back the remaining amount in the form of 3 payments of $15,000 each. They'd informed him that the IRS wouldn't tax him on this either. He was obviously unhappy and confused. They provided him with guidelines on how to box and wrap the money. Apparently, it had to be done through a UPS overnight delivery of 2 parcels in one box. A further $15,000 had to be paid to a completely different location in California. They promised to contact him in the morning to set up the refund of the remaining $5,000, but as you'd expect, the person didn't hear a single word from the scammers in the morning. Scams like these are quite common, and making sure that you're completely aware of just who it is you're sending money to is vital to avoid them. Anyone asking you to send huge amounts of money halfway across the country is probably a scammer. For number 5, this scam is done by gaining remote access to your computer. While talking to Gizmodo, a user stated that they received an email from PayPal which reported that $1,000 had been fraudulently obtained from their account to purchase a Google Play e-gift card. As you can probably tell, nothing like this had actually happened, and this wasn't even an actual person at PayPal. When the person contacted the number from the PayPal email, they were transferred to someone named Steve Miller. They claimed to be from PayPal Security. According to that person, since hackers had gained access to his account and his cryptocurrency and bank accounts were both at risk, he'd have to move all of his money to a safe account. He'd be free to transfer it back once the proper protections had been put in place. That should already be setting off red alarms in anyone's mind. But unfortunately, the person that fell for the scam didn't know about it. Over the course of the following few days, the person granted the scammer multiple remote accesses to his iPad. He almost completely moved all of his cryptocurrencies out of his account per the scammer's directions. Plus, he was instructed to wire $25,000 from his bank to Gemini, where the majority of his cryptocurrency investments were held. At this point, luckily, the person person was able to pick up on the fact that something was off and stopped communication with the person. The person's bank advised him not to pick up any phones from the numbers, even if they claimed to be from PayPal. For our number 4 spot, a scam asks you to buy gift cards for people at PayPal. If there was a book about PayPal scams, this would probably be the oldest trick in it. Gift card scams are quite old and prevalent. Despite this, though, most people aren't aware of how they work and quite easily fall victim to them. A person was told by a con artist to withdraw money from his bank account. This was done in order to buy and text images of the front and back of Target gift cards and Walmart prepaid debit cards. Along with the cards, the scammer sent him an SMS with barcodes via Walmart Bill Pay service and Paymentus to protect his money online. This communication proceeded for about a day. The scammer stated that the funds would be secured, and in a few days, they'd be able to launch a new account where they'd still have access to their money electronically. The person ended up losing as much as $1,000 when they realized that even after days had passed, no money was appearing in their Walmart app. It's safe to say that anyone asking you to pay them in gift cards is scamming you, especially when they're claiming to be from PayPal or Walmart. These companies won't have you texted them images of gift card codes. Moving on to number 3, we've got the charity scam. Another type of scam that you may come across is the charity donation scam, or PayPal. In this, scammers will take advantage of kind-hearted folks by asking them to donate money to false causes. This essentially works with the scammer creating a GoFundMe or PayPal donation link. They'll claim to be working for a charity and state that they're helping people in need. They may use email campaigns, fake websites, or even set up Instagram pages to make their campaign look as legitimate as possible. Through this, they're able to take advantage of generous people. To avoid stuff like this, the best way to keep safe is to make sure you're only donating to reputable charities or to ones that you've got prior experience donating to. You can also check if a charity is legitimate by searching them up at the Better Business Bureau, Charity Navigator, or Charity Watch. Plus, at number 2, watch out for fake online stores. One of the most notorious online scams on PayPal is through the use of online stores. Websites like Craigslist or the Facebook Marketplace may have scammers who convince you to use PayPal's friends and family option to save fees, though this is only done so that they can run off with your money. In the end, your item may never arrive, and because the friends and family transfers aren't covered by PayPal's buyer protection, there's little to no way that you're going to be able to recover the money. And so, if someone is asking you to utilize it for any reason, especially for something like avoiding fees, it's a fairly clear indication that they're trying to scam you. When using PayPal, always opt for the goods and services option when transferring money to online stores. This is covered by buyer protection in the case of fraud. Using a credit card may also be an ideal choice for making transactions on online platforms that seem shady. The chargeback feature can help you get your money back in case of a scam. Finally, at number 1, the scam claims your PayPal account has been locked. In this scam, you'll get a phishing email that states that your PayPal account has been locked and that you'll need to verify it within 3 days to gain access. This isn't an official email, and clicking on the link to verify the account will take you to a fake PayPal page. While it may appear real, that's part of the trick to get your login details. Any information posted on this fake website, including your password and credit card information, is sent directly to the scammers, so be careful when opening any emails. That's a wrap for this video. Which of these scams do you think is the most likely to fool people? Comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.